You should check it out, of course. So next, with the addition of both these characters, of course, the region where they came from is going to be introduced. So the land of the morning light. Let's see and watch this one as well. So it's only 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
Stranger, are you curious why the merchants are just lazing about town instead of hiking their wares up the mountain toward the capital? Sangu, the Mountain King, greatest of all tigers, still roams Mount Tenek. Can't do much but stick with the pack if you value your life.
They seek a murderer. They believe this to be your doing. We must keep you out of sight.
I swear, I seen him with my own 2 eyes.
They say we've entered an era of peace, yet people suffer so.
Deep where only bandits dare tread, a 9-tailed fox lies in wait.
Yes, he'll be a tasty bite for Mistress Goonies tonight.
So the enemy earlier being shown or was shown that the twin sisters were facing is actually the main antagonist of the story for this particular update.
Widow's ghost! Please don't eat me. I taste horrible.
My dearest. What has become of your handsome face? Shh, child. Before Sangun comes and takes you away.
Sheesh. Who the heck lives in a place like this?
Couldn't tell you.
Got this feeling of getting my mouth dried up.
Ooh. Looks to be like the main boss for this region. Those monsters then.
I am Idoksu, warden of the Donghae province. I shall strike down the wicked tiger, Sangun, and restore peace once again to Donghae. Strike sentries with me!
Nice. All right. Looks like again they're going full stop for the content for this period. So the land of the morning light was modeled after the Joseon Dynasty, the last dynastic kingdom of Korea. The setting of the land of the morning light is based off various folk tales and legends passed down from ancient times to modern times. Ah, so hopefully they can go around our region as well and probably get ideas for possible content, maybe. Hello, we're from the Philippines, Philippines. So yeah, as you can see here, screenshots, images of what the areas would look like specifically. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of what do you call that? Hold on, I forgot the name. Velia. Yeah, kind of reminds me of Velia. Yet that it's we call this a beach town, but just of course from the design of the houses alone, it really shows you how different it is compared to this area. The location formerly known as Port Rat has now been transformed into Nampo Harbor. Oh, so we're going to have updates specific to the Great Ocean patch. So if you're not familiar, Portrait is actually northwest of Port Epheria. You zoom out here and then go northwest. This is actually where you're going to find Portrait. So this is the area that's going to be used for this one. So I think I should have um, continued my Abyss one content for that one, because I do believe Portrait was included in the sort of teleport areas. Let's see. The Land of the Morning Light splits off into its own story, giving a break from the main plot of the Ancient Relics and Ilezra, the White Witch. Oh, I see. Adventurers will find themselves swept up in the incident with Dosue, leading you to be under the watchful eye of Li Dukso, warden of the Donghae province. I see. Through this pursuit, you will stumble upon Albiol village, where the real adventure starts. Unlike the previous regions with linear stories, adventurers will be searching for information on their own, deciding where to explore based on those findings. So developers did listen to the comments. So if you're not familiar with the current content or the story progression in Black Desert, usually you just talk to the NPCs, being, of course, guided by the automatic path progressions. Then you talk to the NPCs. You can virtually skip through the dialogue, and then they're going to be telling you how to um, perform your quests through your quest journal. So with this update, looks like they're going to change that, and hopefully it would be good. Yeah, we're going to see that tomorrow. For example, adventurers will gather information from the town regarding a monster that eats people's livers and follow the information to discover who the Gumiho is. So Gumiho, from my personal knowledge, is the Korean term for the nine-tailed fox in Korean mythology. And how to solve that case. For this quest line, there will be two endings. Each ending you discover will be logged in your storybook. So that's going to be, maybe we're going to refer to other content creators for this one, so we can see which storylines they complete, and of course which storylines we get to choose for our accounts. So a few of the characters that we're going to find in this region would be striped sentries, specialized units that catch tigers. But from what I can see here, these two characters are actually tigers that are standing upright. Huajian farmers that cultivate the land after burning the forests. Followers of Yongam. Oh, hare and tortoise folk. So looks like these are the equivalent of the otters and forgot the name of those characters. The smaller characters that are the size of the otters but looks like cats. And Horang. Ooh. The narrative that these new races will follow will be based on Korean fairy tales and folklore. For adventurers who already have heard of these tales, we hope these new races will feel like a welcome and familiar addition. Those who have no exposure to these tales whatsoever, we hope that these new races will serve to provide a fresh, never-before-experienced sense of mysticism and looks like the developers are indeed focusing, creating new ways on how to deliver the stories from Black Desert, and of course deviating from the official storyline, giving us this region along with the two new classes, and of course, what they mentioned above as to be as um, different way getting your information from the NPCs, of course, and likely taking the dialogue seriously now instead of just skipping through them. The Land of the Morning Light, there are many bosses such as Gumiho, Tongakshi, Uoksini, the Bamboo Legion, and Changgui. Yeah, I think I didn't get any pronunciation correct there, aside from the Gumiho. These bosses, each with their own unique characteristics, will be the main content of the Land of the Morning Light. There will be no monster zone. Oh, but major content is designed around the boss rush idea. Ah, I see. These bosses can be taken down through solo play, but some monsters will also be created as guild bosses as well. We hope that the adventurers find the content to be enjoyable and fulfilling, and whether it's a solo or guild boss. So looks like so for this one, of course, let's zoom out a bit. Here we go. So this is the item that's going to be most likely the reward, beating the quest. So all AP +2. Oh, looks like a lot of the information or a lot of the stats is going to be provided. There is going to be really useful for everyone. Yeah, let's hope we can get this as well. The Land of the Morning Light, you best in slot crystals and the highest grade of gloves. Dance gloves will also be added to Black Desert. Nice. Land of the Morning Light is currently being developed with the goal of launching it in Korea in February 2023. I see. So, the area itself will not be released tomorrow, just the WUSA. And hopefully, yeah, from February 2023, we get to see the Land of the Morning Light in all of its glory when it's released.